All right, good morning. Leaky skylight inspection. We're going to go over some things as far as the step flashing, the placement of it, and why these are actually leaking. It's kind of a common mistake, believe it or not, that people make on the flashing kit. So we're just going to go through some things we're going to look at real quick. First off, I just take an overview of the skylights themselves, see where the leaks are, both of them, one of them, north side, south side, what's going on, because you can have various things happen. By the way, I've never seen a skylight with these little clips here. But anyway, what we're looking for, start, is making sure flashing is done right. If it's done right, this shouldn't be flaring up and be caulked like this. This has nothing to do with the leak, although you don't want this flared up. We're wanting to make sure this dumps out onto a rose shingle. Check. We're wanting to make sure that the step flashing now, where these pieces are, come out on top of a shingle. Check. You want to make sure that they're not missing a piece or double stacked. So you should see that on a shingle on the flashing. The next piece of flashing on the shingle above it, then the shingle, then the step. That's all good. That all checks out good. You get midway up this here, and then whoever did this got lazy or just didn't give a damn, because there's two pieces stepped here. Not a big deal. Two is better than one, but I'll show you where the issue really comes into play right here. That piece is where it needs to be. Fine. That does not matter at all having two. It's extra. Where it gets into is this piece here is slightly low, but it's not on this shingle. It's actually double stacked up under here. And then there's no piece on top of this except for that one up high. So they just got really lazy on where they're placing this. Now the issue that can arise, any water coming around this side, coming off of that piece of flashing, try to block the sun, right there, you can see, if I get my phone in there, the dirty water trail. Right where that piece of flashing is, drips onto the other piece of flashing, should mostly work its way out. But when you know the anatomy of the shingle, the headlap under the shingle, that's where the flashing dumps out right here. So it's getting under this shingle, while this one here only goes up 1.5 inches or so. So if you imagine it terminating right there, from there to about here, you got about a 2-inch span where water could easily make it off of that flashing at the top, the corner of this one by my finger here, coming laterally off and missing the headlap of this shingle here. That I have seen be an issue. I don't think that's the issue here. There's another issue going on. The more common issue I see rookies do, or people that just don't have any common sense or paying attention to their job, typically they're just wham bam, thank you ma'am, knocking it out, not caring, have their headsets on, whatever, nobody's gonna see it, taillight warranty, it's not my house, all those different sayings out there. It's very simple. You should feel a piece of rubber flap under here. I'm going to take it apart to show you. I feel the lip of the flashing. It's kind of got a turn down hem. Any water that hits the glass and runs down through any of this, most of it will jump off. But if there's a bad seal, it gets in under the sash here and should come out over a rubber flashing. They come together and apart various different ways, but this style has a screw right here and a screw right here. And then you can simply pull this side out and drop this down like that. And right here is the rubber flashing that I'm referring to. They simply shoved this piece of flashing, the bottom flashing, in and called it a day. So what little water runs down this channel anywhere in the glass and gets in through this little bitty nook right here, you can see the debris that's gotten in over the years, will run down over that rubber flap and should come down here. It's running behind this. I'll see if I can't pop that out on camera for you here real quick. I'll just take this one out real fast so I can get my fingers in here. It's gonna be hard to do one-handed. Let me set the phone down, see if I can keep you in view here. Try to do this. Well, I can get my flat bar in here for you. It's such a simple mistake that should never happen, but unfortunately, I see it happen rather often. It even says right here, I'll show you when I get it out. Pop this out all the way here. Please flashing or place flashing behind this gasket. They're referring to this flashing going behind that gasket. So if we keep getting this pulled out here, and it's a lot easier when you're doing this before it's all installed, which should have been done a long time ago. I need to get this flared out. I need both hands to do it. I'll probably have to bend this with a flat bar because it should never have been put in like that. When you're putting this in, when you're installing it, first off, I highly doubt this has it. And of course not. There's the bare frame. All the Velux Skylight flashing kits and the skylights, they clearly say you must wrap with the ice and water roll they give you. It's like a 6 or 8 inch wide roll. You start from your bottom on your shingle and you go up tightly up that wood frame. Then you do your side pieces and you dump it down on top of that lower piece of ice you put. Same on this side. And then your final piece of ice and water strip from that manufacturer goes out onto those sides. Then you shingle it and flash it. But when you're putting this piece of flashing in, you just kind of rock it up under there, pull this gasket, slide your finger across it. Very simple to do to make sure the entire thing is out over it like this. If you need to, you can always pop your sash apart, slip it in very easy before this is installed. It's that simple. You'll put your pieces back in, put your screws in, then you're done. Not only are you're done good so you can sleep great at night and know that those people are going to be referring you because there are no issues. I don't know how this has made it this long. I think they've had some issues over the years. There's been sealer put in. He said they've been fighting it for a while. It was installed wrong from the get-go when this roof was put on. I imagine this one over here is probably the same way because the homeowner said the southern skylight leaked worse, even though this one looked worse. I'm gonna bet it's the same way. I'll do this right now. I've not seen this yet. Pop that out, throw that in my pocket. Same one here. Hard to do one-handed. And simply wiggle, finagle. I'm gonna probably have to set the phone down. They're stuck in there a little bit over the years. Let me set this pan right here. There's a hem on this piece and that slides into it. Sometimes it can be kind of a pain. I'll show you what I'm talking about right here. See how that piece flares up and this kind of slides into it? You want to make sure when you put them back that they slide in like that as well. This goes under that, over this, under there. But now I can pull this out. And bingo! Same exact thing. Flashing rubber should be over this. That popped out. Same thing. Any water coming down, I mean, you can clearly tell that's dirty. It's had water in it over the years. Right there, you can see, block the sun, all that dirty trail, that is the clear evidence right there. That's not me saying that. So one thing I'll try to really do all the time for the length of this channel, as long as I'm alive posting on it, it's not going to be me just saying, this is how it is, right? I'm not being paid to do this. Yes, I do try to make a little AdSense from YouTube, from people advertising on the videos. I have no placement of that. What I'm trying to do is just share my knowledge with you guys. Non-biased opinion. Here's the evidence. I'm just showing you what to look for. You can see and do what you want to do with it. The roofer was incompetent. Also, whether this was a sub crew or an employee and a foreman, whatever, at some point the quality control broke down. This should not happen. It's so simple to just run a finger through there and make sure it's dumping over it. So if you're doing an install, if you're a new guy, if you're a sub guy, I just went down to Indianapolis yesterday at a little conference. What is today? Today is March 21st, I think. Malarkey, Butch Lockhart put one on. So there's a bunch of new guys in the industry, and it's good to see that they're out there and learning to have good quality control, whether it's their company or working for somebody, because this stuff should not happen. And if it doesn't, and you set yourself above and beyond and have the knowledge to avoid issues from ever happening in the first place, your reputation will grow and you won't have to worry about door knocking. This is ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna wrap this up. It's starting to get windy. I got a lot to do yet today. I'm gonna do what I can with my little cat's claw and flat bar and try to hook this and pull this down. We're just gonna run over real quick on this one too. I haven't checked the flashing on it, but I'm sure that you're gonna see that these are definitely not in the right area. It also wouldn't hurt to have a small channel here for this debris to wash out. Otherwise it gets stuck in there like that. Although that's not the issue. Manufacturers do say leave a slight channel for water to run down. What is the issue is simple things like this. They should not be in that location. This should be on top of this shingle right here, just above the reveal, and repeating every step of the way. My phone's going off. That's one of my suppliers I got to deal with. It's hanging low, but that's just about in the right spot. Should be about right there. Then this shingle, then this, and that's actually down double stacked here. So we have the same thing going on right here. If I can get my flat bar, I'll show you. Just one more quick little visual here. Just split that a little, split that a little. If this was up just a tick, that'd be fine. then this shingle goes down, and then that on top, and it's not. You can see it's under that shingle right there. So that means from this point right here, water coming around can get off of that flashing. Under that there. And then just out of view of my thumb right there, it has from that point to the head lap, if that makes sense, where it could run laterally and completely miss your shingle right here because it's coming off that flashing onto your roof deck. That's not usually an issue. I have seen it. When you're finding that to be an issue, it has to be confluent with a lot of water runoff above. There's only about 5 feet above this. Not that it's a lot. I got my wide angle lens on right now. If you have a lot of water runoff above, it has a lot more volume splitting around this and saturating that, and that's when you see those leaks pop up over time. Another thing I'll point out with step flashing, don't ever shoot your bottom flashing piece right here. A lot of people say, oh, they don't want it to because it rises up. If you put your flashing in correctly and you don't have it less than a 90-degree angle or over a 90-degree angle, and it's perfectly 90, it should fit right in there. When you push it in gently. Don't tweak it and push too hard where it's going to put a torque on it wanting to rise up. Shoot your top. If you don't want it to twist, shoot too near the top. The reason it's at the top is when you put your next shingle and next flashing, it has no possibility of water getting in those nail areas there. Just repeat that process until your last piece of skylight flashing comes up, like this one here, and then put your back piece of flashing on. I don't mind if you hide the flashing on the back like this. I also don't care if it's visible on top of something like this. The biggest thing is you want your shingle step to your last piece of flashing. On the bottom, I do like it visible because, again, you have all the water running down all this. You want it coming out. You want to see it. I have seen and allowed some in some cases where you see the flashing at the bottom as well as the top. If the top's hidden, in my opinion, it's not a huge deal, but I want to see these visible. And then also, you don't want your nails low like this or on the far outer edge because water can wick up under this edge. It'll also wick up under the bottom. You notice those issues being more of a problem on a lower slope, 412, 512, things like that. It's not a problem to nail it, but you want to pull them up and in a little bit. That's partially why these are flaring up, because there is no nails. And then they tried to seal this thinking that was the issue when it's actually coming in up above it. Well, we're going long. We're at 12 and a half minutes. I'm going to wrap this one up. If you got any benefit, any knowledge out of it, comment down below. Let me know what you like. Let me know where you're watching from. Give it a quick thumbs up. If it's earned any benefit to you of a subscription, I greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so you're notified when I post more like this. Until next time, be safe. We'll see you then. Thanks for watching.